Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Fjords map and it's Rimac, who's now on the poor plan. He's in the Object 268 version 4, which is a tier 10 Soviet heavy tank destroyer. It's one of the best casemate TDs in the game, and we think he's going to have a good game. And there'll be another player who features in this game. We'll like to watch to the end to see what is going to happen there. Anyway, he's coming up to the middle position here to try and catch tanks crossing, going up the hill, or getting into the bowl there, just to his left. And he spotted a nice 3. And no problem going through that there. Let's have a quick look at the gun characteristics while we're doing this. So standard damage is 650, average penetration with the standard round is 293, which is just awesome. And the heat round gives you 360 pen, so it's pretty much going to go through any tank in the game, really, and that IS-3 is not going to do well against this tank. So anyways, this tier 8 to tier 10 battle, and he's top tier. But he's not going to waste his shots unless he's got a decent target. And there's that poor IS-3 again. Gets a nice high roll there. So 2 shots and he's done 1300 damage. So you can see where this game is going. Now he bounces around from an AMX AC-48 that you can't see, so probably up on the hill somewhere. And this tank does have good good armor, or this TD I should say. So he's just backing off a bit here, just trying to vary the position. Okay, now he's got the 705, can put a shot into there, just a bit of a low roll, but nonetheless useful damage. Takes him to 2k. So there's 3 enemy tanks in the bowl there. Now that's a pretty common tactic for tanks coming from the other side, to try and dominate that position and then start to wipe out tanks that are coming down the 3 line there. Now this is interesting. The AMX AC-48 is firing HE rounds and has managed to set him on fire. Now he's running food, so he doesn't have a fire extinguisher, but his crew would have fire extinguishing skills. So he didn't lose that much damage. In fact, he's lost 2 sets of damage there, which is interesting. 382 and then 280, 261. So I'm not sure that he wants to stay in that position. And in fact, here he goes. So he's going to relocate to the southern part. His team's pushing in there, but do they need support? Good question. Again, now just look at the minimap. You can see the tanks that were in the bowl are now pushing up that 3 line. And I don't think they have a lot of resistance. But as Rimac is coming up that way, he spots a char for tier 4 and manages to put a hit in, but takes 1 in return. So char for tier 4 knowing where to pen. And this Caliban just getting in the way. It's a bit unfortunate. He has to push him out of the way. Not something I would normally do, but well, you've got to make your own game, I guess. But I think he's a bit concerned that if he doesn't survive, then the game is over. The team is 2 tanks down, and they're a good nearly 4,000 hit points down in damage. So you can come up here and get rid of this ML1. So no problem going through. And he should be able to get another shot in. Hopefully that ML looks like he's backing away, not turning, so he's moving pretty slowly, so he'll stay there. There we go. And he gets the kill. So it's 2 kills now to Rimac. And definitely coming up for base defense. In fact, they just lost their last defender up there. So they've narrowed the gap a little bit in terms of tanks, but there's still 3 down, and they're 4,000 down still in hit points. So here he comes. Got only 2 standard rounds left, but he managed to help get rid of that first enemy tank there. Not sure how long that Lanson's going to last, to be honest, but anyway, we'll see how the enemy come out here. That's definitely going to help him if they come out one at a time. But there we go. No, they're all swarming now, so there's the tier 9 version of the tank that he's in. And he sets him on fire. And oh dear, he's the Caliban. He's not going to be liking Rimac all that much. And in fact, that Object 268 burnt all the way to the ground, so he gets another kill there. And this poor Caliban being taken apart there. I don't know where that shot went. He needed to get that shot into the Object 274. Caliban goes down, and now they're swarming here, and there's really only 3 tanks left. Super Conqueror way on the other side of the map, Rimac, and an ML2. So Rimac here just now, this is pure brawling mode. He's got to try and use the strengths of his tank, get rid of the ones that's going to cause him the most problem, and try and keep his frontal armor to them. And he's going to get rid of a couple of tanks here. Goes for the ML2, so 4 kills now, but that's all he can do. But he's managed to leave them all on fairly low hit points, which is good news. So that's the end of Rimac's game, but this is not the end of the match. Rimac has done 8.2k of damage, but now we've got an ML2 up at base. He's managed to get all the way up here, and he can use his hull down position and frontal armor. Puts a nice shot into the M46 pattern there. Gets rid of the Object 274A, and now there's a TS5 on base, which he bounces off, but manages to get a shot in to reset. Super Conqueror slowly coming back. He may feature in this, he may not, we'll have to see. But there's still 8 minutes left in the game, so plenty of time. But that TS5 is still on cap, and the pattern is now advancing on the ML2. And is he reloading? Could be reloading actually. No, he gets a shot into the pattern, but he bounces the incoming round, luckily, because he's only on 162 hit points, and then he manages to get the kill. So this is Brody 1 in the ML2. And he's now on 4 kills, or 5 kills I should say. And he's got the TS5. He puts 1 shot in, but it looks like the Super Conqueror has managed to put a shot in. TS5 moves off cap, which is good. And he's the remaining enemy tank. Out of all of that, they've got equal numbers of hit points on both sides, luckily 2 more guns. But Brody has asked to get his top gun, which I think would only be fair. He only needs this kill, and he gets it by shooting right through the TS5 and celebrates there. So pretty tense end of the game there, but well played Brody. You managed to save the day. Badge there for Rimac, and the high caliber award for the most damage, doing 8.2k and getting 4 kills there. Now, really helped there by Brody. Let's have a look at how that turned out. So Brody actually finished on top with base experience, did over 4.4k, so just absolutely magnificent there. So shout out there to Brody. And Rimac got 1309, so at a tier 10, that's actually a pretty good result. Certainly at least 200 points more than the typical ace tanker. Super Conqueror might have got that as well, doing 1.1k and doing over 4k, so those tanks basically carried the game for the whole team. And there are quite a few zeros there, but a bit unfortunate being tier 8s in front of tier 10s. And on the enemy side, the pattern that was worrying him at the end did over 3.8k, so well done to Eric the Nico as well. Anyway, Rimac ended up firing 15 shots, 12 of those hit and all of those penetrated, so good shot selection. He had some battle payments going and some other mission payouts, so he did make a decent profit for a change, and he did fire a lot of standard ammunition, so his ammunition costs weren't that outrageous. He ended up having to fire premium at the end, mainly because he'd run out of standard. So 91k in a tier 10, that is an excellent credit outcome. So great game there for Rimac. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.